Hey guys, it's Marquez from the MKBHD YouTube channel, back with another video for DroidDog, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top tips and tricks for the Motorola Xoom, including a little Easter egg that I've found as well in Honeycomb Android 3.0. You've probably already seen a couple of video reviews of the Xoom by now, so today I'll be sharing with you some of the things that you might not already know about the Xoom. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. Now this first tip has to do with the hardware on the Xoom. On the bottom you can see next to the USB port you have a little mini HDMI port, and that can actually be used with a non-included cable to hook this up to a bigger screen TV and actually mirror exactly what's on your Xoom, not just apps but everything on a larger screen. So that's really convenient. There's also a mic on the bottom of the Xoom, and on the front there's your charging LED. Also on the top of the Xoom up here next to the webcam is your ambient light sensor, so that's what's going to be sensing light when you have brightness on automatic. Now something you've likely heard in a lot of the reviews is that tablet optimized, quote, applications look really good on the Xoom, and that's very true. If you go ahead and look at the CNN app for Android, or even one of the stock applications like the Gmail or the calendar, you'll note that it looks really good, and that's because they've usually used a two-pane layout. So there's pane to the right and a pane to the left that individually scroll, and there's a menu button on the top right-hand corner that's been built into the app that isn't down at the bottom left-hand corner. In fact, this is exactly how you can tell when an application has been modified for the tablet or not, when it has an action bar at the top. For example, when we go ahead and look at TweetDeck, which has not been optimized for the tablet, you can see that Google's Honeycomb OS automatically adds a menu button for what would usually be a hardware button on the phone. So just remember, no matter how good an app looks on your tablet, if it does have that menu button in the bottom corner, it has not yet been fully tablet optimized. Now here's a neat trick, and this one will help you get more battery life out of the Xoom. There's actually a Wi-Fi disconnect policy when you go into the Xoom settings and Wi-Fi settings when you're connected. You can choose to have Wi-Fi turned off when the screen is off, and when you wake the Xoom, it'll reconnect to Wi-Fi really quickly. And I found that this actually works really well. There's no sort of lag or anything like that. As soon as you wake it back up, within seconds, it's back connected to Wi-Fi. So that's pretty cool. Now speaking of the Xoom's battery life, Android 3.0 Honeycomb actually has built in under Settings and About Tablet, under Battery Use, a pretty cool little graph that lets you track how much battery has been used at what times. Things like when the screen was on, when Wi-Fi was on, when you were charging and when you were not. This graph really helps you let you know what applications have been using the most battery and what you need to cut down on to get more battery life. So just as a side note, I've been a very heavy user for the past couple of days, and I've consistently been able to get roughly 2 full days of battery life with medium to heavy usage on the Xoom. So it's been really impressive, even without me optimizing very much. Alright, so here's probably the least useful trick out of them all besides the Easter egg, but it's something you probably would like to know, that the Xoom does, by default, with stock Android, have full 360-degree screen rotation. So you can hold it at any rotation you'd like when you have, of course, rotation turned on, and it will work. You can hold it upside down, 90 degrees to the right, 90 degrees to the left, or the way it's meant to be, which is horizontal. But yeah, that's just something worth noting. Now the last useful tip I have for you that you might already know if you're planning on buying Xoom is that this is fully ready and equipped for a 4G upgrade. So right next to the microSD card slot, which is waiting to be activated, is that 4G LTE SIM card tray. And whether you're rooted, whether you're unlocked, whatever your Xoom has on it, they can easily upgrade you to 4G when the time comes. You will, however, have to send in your Xoom for that upgrade. And now the completely useless Easter egg that you may have been waiting for. So if you go into the settings of the tablet and go to About Tablet and just tap really persistently on Android version 3.0, it'll eventually bring you to this home screen with just a gigantic bee on it. Of course, the Honeycomb logo, and every time you tap it, it just says that buzz thing. It doesn't actually make any sound, but just a kind of cool thing I thought you might like to share. I didn't actually find this, but hey, it's worth sharing as well. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this DroidDog video about the Motorola Xoom. Again, your top tips and tricks, and a little treat there at the end for you. Looking forward to more next week, and if you'd like to check out more of the videos I produce on the MKBHD channel, you can click that annotation in the corner. This has been MKBHD, signing out. Peace.